Okay, now so let's connect everything to our slider. The reason we are here. So on the post itself, I want to add a link where you can click to go to the actual post. So this is up to you. You can decide what you want to do, whether you want to put the whole post as a link or you just want to put the image as a link. So in our case, I will put the whole post, and that's because sometimes if the image doesn't display, then you won't have a link to, because the image will be too small to click. So let me just put it on the post itself. I will cut that and put it here. Then what is our href? Of course, it's index.php question mark q is equal to single, I think it's single item, isn't it? What is the file name? Single item. Very good. So that's single item, but we need one more extra parameter here. So we'll put the and symbol and we'll say and I don't know, we can use any letter here, PQ. We can just say ID is equal to, and then let's echo out some PHP there. So I will say row, and that's row slag. Finally, our slag gets some attention. Okay, so let's see that in action. Okay, so there we go. Our post has changed in color. So now if you hover on these things, you see that each one has a different slag or ID, which is cool. So you can name it ID or you can name it slag, like that. That's entirely up to you. Now if you don't want the change in the color like this, the way the color has changed, you can just put a style there and just say text decoration should be, text decoration itself should be none, and then just put the color you want. So let's say the color here, we can actually just inspect this element here, get the current color and edit it. Where is the color here? It's not even showing that color anyway. So just make sure you put A there because you're dealing with the A tag. So color, let's put black, or let's put a gray of some kind. And it really hasn't changed. So let's try the H3 instead. Let's put H3A. No dot required here because this is a tag name, and even that doesn't work. So what is going on? Well, oh, sorry, my bad. I shouldn't have put the A there. Okay, there we go. So you can change the colors as needed. So let me right click. Let's change it to something more exciting. So it's entirely up to you here what you feel like is reasonable. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so if I click sorry, excuse me, if I click on one of these and I come back here, click on this one, I'll come here. If you notice, it's not reading actually from these, but just randomly it's getting the same files that we had added in single post. So let's get this one, for example. Let's go to single post, single item.php. So of course here we want to read from the database. So I will come back to home.php where we are already doing that, and I will just copy what we are doing here. So let me grab that. Come back to single item, and we will do it right about here. There we go. So now we want to select all from posts. We don't need to order anything. We just need to limit to 1, but we want to put a where clause. We'll say where slag is equal to slag. So now let's tell it what the slag is. So of course the slag here is in the slag. So let's say slag is equal to, let's put an if statement now. If it is set, the get slag like that. So if is set, let's put a question mark, set it to the slag, or else set it to no, like that. Okay, so now instead of getting it this way, because we want to use it in our query instead, what I will do is assign this to an array and name it slag, like so, so that now we can get this array and put it as part of the execution, like that. This way we get a nice prepared statement. So selector from posts, this order shouldn't be there. So selector from posts where slag is equal to slag, limit 1, and that should actually work. So since we are fetching one item, it will still come as an array. So this is all good up to this point right there. So the only thing we need to do now, instead of doing this for each, I'm just going to say raw is equal to, so I'll say raw is equal to data 0. So the first item in there. Goody. Okay, so at this point, let me come back here. Excuse me. Oh, sneezing. Yeah. Okay, so once we reach this point, what we can do here is to, because there will be times when this is not available. So maybe what we will do is this, if is array, let me cut that there. We're going to try it right here. Data might not even exist at this point. So let's just put it here so that it exists whether we like it or not. So I'll say data is equal to false. Just set it to some false value. And then when we come down here, we will ask the question from here. So let's put some PHP tags here, like that.